month going into next month is to come out with my own ebook. Because I just have a lot of people who have like followed my weight loss journey and just like know, like they've seen me when I was bigger to like now, and they just always ask me what I do.
Well, let's stay in this conversation. We're all about helping people. I mentioned that we're the Dream Chaser podcast, and many people, as we kick off the new year, we're recording this on January 16th. Many people have set that goal. They want to lose weight. So let's talk about this journey and what you've done to get there. 60 pounds is a wonderful number.
I know. I think that people think it's such a short-term thing, and it's literally not. Like, you just have to have your mindset that you're going to be going for a while. Like, when I first started, I just wanted to be done. I wanted to like lose at least 10 pounds, but those 10 pounds do not come, not even within the first month.
Okay.
Like, it just takes a long process, but you just have to know that working out is a key thing of it. Going to the gym for 30 minutes, it's not going to do anything. I guess it depends what you do as well. A lot of people aren't really like sure about what to do at the gym, so they just go there on top of them being nervous. So it's really a confidence booster too at the end of it. But I just love working out, and I love helping people, but it's so hard to get back to everybody and like tell them what I do, like what I eat. Like, you have to be strict. It's not fun. I have cravings. Like, I love food.
Okay. Well, then it's hard to put that combination together. This is going to be so easy this morning. We're going to get to intern and insurance and digital stuff later. Let's stay in the pocket right here. I want to go to the food, but I have to ask you, what does 2 hours of working out look like for you? Are we on the treadmill? Okay. Are we lifting weights? What are we doing?
So I kind of alternated. Some days I'll start my cardio with the stairs for like 30 to 45 minutes, 7 speed. If you're going to do 2, 3, 4, like I like to sweat. Okay. I know I'm working hard when I'm sweating. And then I will either do that, cardio, stairs, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or the treadmill for about like 3 miles. I try my minimum to be 3 miles, but I normally walk or like do interval sprints. And then I do a lot of like hip thrusters, squats, lunges. I like to do arms and then back, because I was never really a back person, but like your back is really important.
It's definitely important. So I see how you get to 2 hours. So
I'm just still learning as I'm going and like learning my body, because I feel like the older you get, the more your body changes. And it's like I keep wanting to push myself harder, but I don't know. I also need to get into like a Pilates or like a yoga. I used to do cycling.
Okay.
Love cycling.
Okay.
I stopped.
You stopped the cycling. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that a lot of people don't work out because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That was me. So literally one of my AI hacks, I probably need a trainer or a coach to get better in this area, but I literally, with some guidance from my oldest son, ChatGPT, give me a 30-minute leg workout. Give me a 30-minute chest workout. Give me a 30-minute arm workout. I told him what gym I go to. I told him the amount of weights I like to lift. And it literally told me to spend this amount of time warming up, lift these weights, do these exercises that, I was never, some people are has-beens as an athlete. Mm-hmm. I'm a never was. I really never worked out. I'm a never was. I'm not going to front on the gram and make up some big balling background in history. Too many people still know me from back in the day, and they will fact check me and it will be false. So I'm not going to do that. So I literally have done that. I'm not down 60 pounds like you, but I'm probably down 10 pounds, but more importantly, I've repositioned some things. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's the other thing.
Are you a big snacker?
Not anymore like I used to. I don't drink sugar for the most part, other than a nice evening refreshment. I'm a water drinker. I'm a black coffee drinker, no sugar, no hazelnut, no French vanilla.
See, that's my problem. I do the extra caramel pumps.
No. I have discipline in that area. I haven't drank a soda in years. That don't have a taste for it. But talk to me. You talked about cravings. Talk to me about what your snacks were before. Talk about the dietary changes, because I've been told that adjusting the diet is even more important than doing the exercise.
It is, but I think that people take it like you can't go cold turkey. You can't take it so serious, like it's life or death. Like I am a normal human being. I like to eat. I grew up in an Italian household, pasta every Sunday. Like I eat. But I'm just smart with it. If I know that I'm gonna like eat pasta on Sunday, then like the days before that, I have my green juices. I drink just like celery and ginger. I'm really a light eater.
Okay.
I only really stress eat or eat when like my nerves are out of reach badly.
Okay.
But I'm not bad. I just like make sense of what I'm eating. If I know I'm going out in the next like 2 days, then okay, I'm just gonna eat light, maybe a salad, like a turkey sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you pregame.
It's not hard. Like you can treat yourself every once in a while.
Okay.
Like you don't have to just restrict yourself like times 1,000. It obviously is better, but like you're just gonna be hurting yourself in the end. Like you're gonna lose your mind.
I find for the most part, I try not to use 4-letter words, and I think diet is one of those 4-letter words I try not to have in my vocabulary. True story, I was on the Atkins diet for about an hour.
Wait, I've heard of that name.
Yeah, the Atkins diet, you're supposed to give up carbs, all kind of sugars. It was famous maybe 10, 20 years ago. I don't know. But that whole hour that I was on it, I ate one burger without bread. And all I thought about was what a bread junkie I am. So
I love carbs.
That drove me crazy. So Kev can't give up carbs. Kev likes rice. I like arroz con pollo. I'm here in New York. I'm not Italian, but I love Italian food. So I like all that it has to offer. But what one of the things I'm trying to do diet-wise is I've been going to a place, Healthy Direct, buying my meals that are prepped, eating that for lunch. The portion is there. It tastes great. It's less filling. I sound like a commercial. Healthy Direct. Sign up as a sponsor. I'll plug y'all every day here. Now, all seriousness, but that is a really good starting point. So last thing, I have to time block your journey. 60 pounds.
Yes.
That happened in a week, a month, a year,
No.
2 years. Time block it. People need to understand this. Somebody's on this journey that's watching right now. They're putting themselves under undue pressure because they want to lose weight yesterday. What's the timeline for your journey?
Well, I was my biggest 2 years ago. Like huge. Like I don't even like to look at the memories that pop up in my phone. I'm just like, I cannot believe I look like that. And it's crazy because you don't realize it in the moment. Like I was just walking around thinking I was cute and yeah. But I'm my lowest now. And I think like started multiple times. Like I would go for like a few months. I've always worked out. That wasn't the problem. It was controlling my eating. So I've always had to bounce back here and there. But from, I would say, like a 2-year standpoint, I could have been way farther now if I didn't have those little mistakes, but it happens.
So I would say to people, this is, in theory, we're 2 weeks into the new year. I was told that tomorrow is Quitters Friday. That's when most people give up on their New Year's resolution. So whether that is losing weight, working out, changing your financial habits, please push past tomorrow. Please push past that. Don't get caught on Quitters Friday. Don't say I didn't get off to a good start. Me personally, I worked out the first Monday. I hurt my back. So I've been on the bench, but I'm back in the game. I'm not giving up. It's a setback, but the setback is a setup for a comeback. So let's pivot a little bit. Talk about your college journey. I think your college journey is interesting because you started college pre-pandemic, then the pandemic happened, and you pivoted, made some changes, but you're still here in your last semester pre-graduation. Talk about the pandemic because somebody listening to this went through it, it impacted them, and maybe they didn't push through, and maybe by listening to you, they'll get back in the game.
I never thought that I would be such a big advocate for school and to just keep going. But I think this past year and a half, I've just like matured mentally a lot on how important school really is. So I started at East Stroudsburg in Pennsylvania, and then I had left after my sophomore year. I went to Nassau for a year, and that was during the pandemics. Like it was March, and I think like we had got a text like to like leave campus, like everyone like needs to like go home and stuff like that. And then classes were moved to online for the remainder, I believe, or just like we were just emailed like stuff to do. And Then when I went to Queens College, that following like semester or year, it was online at first. I was doing online classes for a minute. I kind of liked it, and I thought I would do a little bit better. I didn't really do that good for some reason. I don't know why.
Did you miss the people? Did you miss the social aspect
I'm a
of
really
school?
social person, and I'm also a visual learner. So like I like to be in a classroom to learn. Online is okay, but I think that I grasp more about information when I'm in person. It's easy to teach yourself, but it's just like you're not really into it as much. And I think that I hold more things off when I'm not in person, like to have responsibilities to do.
It's funny. So in starting the internship with me, you and I had that conversation during the interview process. I was asking you, considering where you live in Oceanside, South Shore of Long Island, where my office is, in the middle of Queens. I was giving you the option of, did you want to do some remote? Did you want to be in right away? You did what your number. No, I drive. I drive to Queens College. I want to be in the office. I need to be in the office. Talk about that feeling, because that's a pivot point, a paradigm shift in the workforce as well. Why was it important for you to be able to come into the office?
I think that it is completely different meeting somebody and getting to know somebody when you're in person than when you're behind a screen. I think that it's so important about like just creating like that just like relationship, like work relationship with somebody, and just like feeling their energy and like seeing their potential and just like seeing offhand like what's going on around you, like what you can do. And I also think that just being in a work environment, besides like sitting on the couch and doing work, it just makes you want to do the work more. Like it puts you in that work mode. Like when I go to school, I think of it like work. Like, okay, I'm here for a certain amount of hours. Let me just lock in and then I can go home and relax. Like I don't want to be at home relaxing and doing work. It doesn't make me feel motivated to do it.
Excellent. So you walked into our office. You've met my entire staff.
Yes.
You've met both my in-office team, my VA team that runs my KSMVP program. Shout out to both my teams. Without them, I could not be here. And one thing I'll say is that you brought tremendous energy into the office. Right away, you introduced yourself to everyone. Sometimes I have to tell people to open up. You know, these are humans. Please introduce yourself to the other humans in the agency. I have a broad age demographic in my agency. What was that experience like walking into my office and just meeting my team, greeting people, saying hello, and knowing that you're going to work much closer with them than you will with me, because physically I'm rarely in the office?
I'm happy. I like meeting people in general. I'm a really social person. I think that I can adapt in any situation that I put myself in. I also just like learning from people. So I like the different ages and like the different positions of what people do. But yeah, it was good.
Okay. So let's talk about the internship. Ladies and gentlemen, this person, Gabrielle, is going places. She literally started the internship 3 weeks before her official start date. Your official start date
is not even
yet. It's 2 weeks
yet.
from now. 2 weeks from now, but she said, I want to learn. What can I do? I need homework. I want to grasp. I want to learn this industry. What is that? Where does that energy come from? Talk to me about your family. You've mentioned your brother as a mentor. Where does that go-get-it energy come from?
I think that I grew up around such a loving family. Like my grandparents are absolutely my everything. They have molded me into the person that I am. I don't know who I would be without them. I can really get emotional on this topic, but I'm not going to. But I also grew up with just like a difference. Like my grandparents, like my grandpa set up a whole life, like for us, like his wife, like his kids, everything. So I think just seeing him and how he just like can just easily live his life now and just what he went through, because he came here straight from Italy.
Okay.
And he came here not even knowing English and just teaching himself and then working at one of like the biggest banks in New York City. So I think just having him in my life just makes me stay on track, because a lot of people just easily fall off because their parents aren't involved in their life. I mean, their parents or family isn't involved in their life, and gratefully mine was. But also my brother, he has just done like the utmost. Like I really just look up to him in like every aspect. He was a college athlete, football. who's also had like a 4.0 in throughout college, which was kind of crazy. I never really thought he was that smart. But then he came from there, got an internship with the Nets, got an internship with Hershey, had a job at Hershey for a little while, and now he's at DraftKings in Boston living his life. And he just genuinely loves what he does. He said it's a very competitive, like just environment overall because people want to be the best, and he can just put himself in a room and just shine and just do what needs to be done. And people, I think, underestimate him, so he loves to be underestimated.
Shout out to your brother for mentoring his sister and giving you his values. Shout out to your grandparents and your parents. When you started talking about your grandfather, your whole countenance, the whole inflection of your voice changed.
I know. I
thought I was going to need tissue. But shout out to your grandfather and his journey and what he imparted to you and to your family. So you're a couple of weeks into the internship. People, my agency has been built from the beginning with interns. In this case, what I always do is the exact same thing. Whatever the biggest project I'm working on, I delegate that project to my intern. So in this case, I set a goal. It's a public goal. I put it on Facebook last week. I want to do 50 podcasts with 50 insurance agents from 50 different states. If you watch Gabriella's nonverbal right now, for Kev to make that crazy goal happen, I needed someone to go online and help me pick the best agents. So Gabriella,
don't say that because then they're going to be like, "Why wasn't I picked?"
See, some people get picked on my friends, so I want to shift the weight to you. So, talk about the project. Talk about what you went through and looking through the list of agents that I gave you. What made some of the agents shine that you picked that you thought would be great guests for the podcast?
Okay, so I went through a lot of agents. That was a lot. But I kind of like that you gave me that task to do because I think that me seeing it like through my own lens, it will just help to pick like what catches on to me because I am a social media person and like you are trying to just bring something different to this podcast. So I kind of can read people off bat. Like when I look at them, like I can see your pictures. I can get like a gist of how your energy is. Looking at your accomplishments, that's always good. I think a lot of agents donate to charities. So I think that's a norm in a way. So I was kind of looking for things deeper, like what they put in, like their hobbies, the certain videos that they put out, if they engage not only with like the regular post that Allstate I think has them post, but if they make their own and become creative with it, like putting the words on their little reels that they make. So I was looking at that and then their Instagrams. I wanted to see I wasn't looking for a huge following, but just some type of a following and active. Your Instagram or your social media is not as useful if it isn't active because your engagement's not going to be up.
I love it. So agents, not only insurance, my realtors, my lenders, all of my business people listening to this, if your target market, if you want to show up for young people, if you plan on being in business for the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, listen to everything she said that was important to her about what she looked for. She looked at your activity, your Facebook presence, your Instagram presence, and what did she take away? She saw agents that were charitable, that gave back to the community. She saw agents that were active, not just the company approved posts, but actually doing something. And then she mentioned the reels. Who's creating real reels with real words associated with it? Now, you did all that as an intern, also from the perspective of your age. Never appropriate to talk about a woman's age. I don't know. I'm not going to say it, not going to ask. And what did that make you think of the insurance agents in general and what local insurance agents do in the respective communities around the country?
They do a lot. And I didn't know a lot of people had like bought into businesses that much or started from the bottom. Some of them were family owned, which I liked about that. But also, I liked how some of them that I did pick are just highlighted in green, starred. They also like brought their own story, like how they grew up. They put it in their bio a little bit. One of them, I believe, was a cancer survivor, so I easily caught on to that. I just think it depends how you demonstrate yourself. Some people's bio, it was just the regular, I'm an Allstate agent, reach out to me, and that's not as engaging. Like that's not gonna make anyone look at you different, and we need different unique agents to be on this podcast.
Let's go. She dropped a bunch of jewels right there. This will definitely be highlighted as a reel. So if you want to know what people are looking for from you, I did no staring. I don't have the time to go through and really screen all of my friends. She knew the assignment. She understood the assignment. She executed the assignment, put it all together. And then the next level was you also helped me build it out. You built it out. You created some things and Calendly. So I would actually have an invitation process. What was that like?
With a lot, so but I formatted I wanted to make it different because a lot of things are automated already.
With an intern, what they bring to your
recording in progress.
You don't have to be a taskmaster.